Good evening, grown folks. So today is day 6 of my recovery journey, and I have been trying to report into you guys every day. And this is also a journaling of sorts for me. So yesterday was a PT day, and today I've been feeling it. I can honestly say not as bad as I expected to, so I'm thankful for that. But I don't lose sight of my pain is often bad on day 2. So you guys who've been following the journey, you already know that. And today I am so blessed. Praise report. So I've been told to push to go down the steps standing at least once a day. And so I don't go downstairs much unless I have to go to an appointment or something because the steps really cause pain, right? And we have a bathroom in the basement and we have a bathroom on the second floor, but not on the first floor, the main floor. And I use the bathroom a lot. And so that creates a problem too. So I need to be drinking more water, not less. So it's like you don't want to get all the way downstairs and then have to go to the bathroom. It's bad. But regarding my pain, I'm finding that much like when I slipped in 2023, my back kind of takes over the pain for my leg. So initially, the leg pain is just the most egregious or the most aggravating. It kind of trumps everything. But then once that begins to simmer down a bit, it turns into a little more weakness than pain, and the pain in my back increases. So the pain in my back is what's most problematic right now. And that's a bit concerning. So there is a procedure called Intracept where they ablate or burn the nerves in your spine. And that's something that was offered to me. And I was initially denied, and then my insurance changed. And so we're in that process of figuring out if that's something I want to do it. And I'm at a point in life where I trust that God will have me. And I often ask him, please block something. If it's not for me, block it. Don't let me step outside your will, right? And so when the insurance company said, I was like, maybe they don't want me burning the nerves in my spine, right? So I asked the physical therapist on Friday, yesterday, has she worked with anyone who has had that procedure? She said she has. And I said, so what kind of results did they get? Did they find relief from that? And she said they found that the pain increased sizably right after, and then it would simmer down and they would get a little bit of relief. And then it's almost like with injections that they have to end up doing it again. So somehow they ablate the nerves. They call it an ablation. I'm familiar with that term from having endometriosis. And so they use a hot water or hot saline solution, I believe, to burn it. They're not using fire or anything like that. But when she mentioned that it's like something that people have to do again, like, so they might have to get it done twice a year or this. I don't play around with my spine like that, y'all. I had a 9-pound baby, natural, push, 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 3 stitches, bada boom, bada bing. And it was a lot of pain. I did not have an epidural because of that issue where I sneezed and fell out with my back in 99. And so I did not want to have an epidural. I worked with a midwife and did all that I could do to make sure that I didn't have to, or that I could have the preparation needed for natural childbirth. So, long story short, I don't want to be messing around with these spinal things. I've had injections in the past, and they used to do them in series of three. The last time the time before the last, I had the first one. It it didn't seem like it did much of anything. The second one didn't seem like it did much of anything. The third one, it lit up all of the areas that were problematic. So it was my low back, down like my butt where the sciatic or the S1 is, down the back of my leg, and it kind of wrapped around my right knee. The irony of it was the MRI said that it should have been pain on the left side, but my pain was predominantly on the right side. So it was kind of interesting, right? So the third injection, he went in through a different direction, and it lit up everything. And I was thinking, okay, so because it lit everything up, it's right where it needs to be, and it will simmer down and give me some relief. And that just never happened. So I never got that relief I was expecting, and it made my vision worse. Like the doctors was like, you on steroids or something? And I was like, well, I did have spinal injection. It was like, I was like, you could see it in my eye? And it was like, yeah, it's changing your vision. So my vision had decreased. I don't want that. I'm a candidate for a cornea transplant. So I was like, the injections don't really work. So why do that, right? Why keep putting my body through that? And I don't like needles in my spine. So when I went to Rothman after the slip in the bathtub in 2023, I was like, this pain is so different than the pain that I had before. And so the doctor said, we could do injections, or we could try to get you approved for Intracept, whatever. And I was so desperate. I was like, well, let's try injections again. And my normal doctor was like, what? You had injections? Like, they weren't really happy about that, I don't think. But I was really desperate. And what the doctor said to me, and it was also trusting a doctor, he said, I'm not going to do a series of three. If we do one and it's not helpful, it doesn't make sense to continue doing it, right? We know that it's not going to work, so we just won't do that. My hair is crazy, y'all. And so I literally, I had that injection last year. And was that last year or earlier this year? It might have been like February of this year. But it just wasn't worth it for me. It didn't change anything. It was a lot of anxiety. The doctor was very, very calming, right? And here is something that I pray will help you too. So I had 2 or 3 series of 3 injections, right? And when I had them, I was always put to sleep. Was always put to sleep when I had the injections. And when I woke up, they was feeding me Percocet and saying that I needed to make sure I took my medicine after the anesthesia wore off because I was going to be sore, right? It was beyond sore. I didn't have the strength to literally get myself off of the commode. That's how bad it was and how weak I was after the injections that I used to get the series of 3. Another reason why I didn't want to go and do that, because my doctor said, that doctor I don't go to anymore, but my current doctor was like, no, we do it in the office. We don't put you to sleep. I couldn't imagine if I woke up from anesthesia, like knocked out sleep. If I woke up from that with that kind of pain, why would I want to sign up for that? But the doctor at Rothman convinced me to do it. And my pain, convince me to do it. I'm in pain right now. So I did it, and I was awake. And I did it because they told me, they said, think of it this way: people who undergo epidural injections while they're asleep, they don't get to say, ow, I feel that. Oh, no, no, no. So the doctor is going in and they're thinking that they're where they need to be, and they're not. And so they don't have you to participate in the process and give them feedback. And so that is how it was explained to me. And he said that's why you'll find that patients who are asleep have more pain. Guess what? I went through this injection and I walked out. I walked out. My husband wasn't even upstairs with me, he was downstairs. Like, I literally caught the elevator and went down myself after the injection. I was blown away. I never thought that that was a possibility. So, for those who may be on this journey of severe back pain and going through the epidural injections, that may be something that you need to consider. If you get the right doctor, it is possible that you can get it done while you're awake and not experience the pain that you endured if you ever experienced while you're asleep. So, again, I do these videos to kind of journal for myself what my journey has been like. And again, I repeat, my injury date, my initial injury date for these symptoms that I currently have was June of 2023 when I slipped in a bathtub. But in October of 2025, I fell again and exacerbated pain in all those areas. My sister friend said she saw my leg kind of do the doozy woozy, and that scared her. But yeah, so my knees, I'm feeling pain in my left leg, more in my calf, like I guess my shin and calf and the back of my left knee. Because I try to, when I do the steps, I try to go up with the right foot. I usually go up with the right foot because the left leg is so weak, but I want to try to strengthen it. So I try to, come up with the left, and that hurts. So just came up, got myself together, and realized I had not done my video for today. So I have been consistent every day recording to share with you guys and journal for myself what this has been like. So we're just under 15 minutes. I am not going to keep you, but I thank you guys for your thoughts, for your prayers, for your support. My sister Sis walks and talks. I'm going to be out there walking with you sooner than you know it. Keep doing your thing. I'm so proud of you. She's a wonderful young lady on TikTok that started a walking group in Philadelphia. And I think she's doing a phenomenal job with her journey, and I want to join her. I did not know her before, but I only know her from TikTok, and I want to be able to do that. So I pray you guys have a blessed weekend. May God bless you. May heaven smile upon you, and be kind to one another. Now more than ever, you may never know what someone else is going through. Create a wonderful evening. God bless. Peace, y'all.